Hello, guys. It's nice to have you here in another Impact Sessions. Today, we are receiving here as a guest Indalecio Ruiz. He is from Faros AI, and it's very nice to have you here, Indalecio. How's it going?
Great, thanks. Thanks for having me. Thanks for the invitation.
It was a pleasure. So, Inda, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, about your professional history?
Yeah, so shortly, I've studied business administration, and then I did my MBA on agriculture. I came to technology in the last 4 years, so driven by the strength or the power that data gives to the companies and all organizations, and now hyped with the AI, the last years. Yeah, so very interested on how things are going and how we can take this lever to the maximum.
Yeah, it is. It is quite a history. So I would like to ask a little bit about Ferris. Okay, so here in Act Digital, we have such a module. It's called Intelligence Engineering Platform inside Prosperi AI, and it's something very comparable with what you have in Ferris. But I feel that in the United States, Ferris and this kind of solution is a little bit more established. People understand it better. The market's a little bit more mature. And here in Brazil, we feel that we're still giving like the first step. So for people that still doesn't understand this kind of solution, how could you wrap this up for us a little bit?
Yeah, okay. So Faros is the platform for tracing all the software engineering efforts that we're making. So right now, everyone is pouring money into AI and to many cutting edge tools, but in the end, they are not measuring that much what they are putting their efforts. It's like preparing for a marathon and not measuring your training. So you would pour lots of effort without knowing, in this case, lots of money and time, resources, without knowing exactly if you're advancing or not towards the objective of the whole company, not only engineering by itself or not some area, but through cross-organization and strategy.
Yeah, I do feel that, and this is a pain that we have here in the Brazilian market too. So if we could put in bullet points, what are the bullet points that you feel this kind of solution measures?
So we measure 3 things. The first is strategic initiatives that have to do with key areas where we're investing as a company. The second thing on research and development, so how we are on that efforts, how we are performing there. And third would be like the AI. So this here, the trending topic here, where we're investing a lot, and how we can trace what is really happening on that what is the ROI on that.
Yeah, okay. So I feel that here in Brazil, the Prosperi AI platform, this module, it differentiates itself from other competitors in a lot of levels. So I would like to understand, in your point of view, how Ferris differentiates itself from the other competitors in the United States.
Yeah, so we deal with complex organizations with complex data. We realize that many think that they can build custom solutions, and they or have tools that trace information, that they have their own observability. But this is rather information on different silos, no?
Yeah.
That you can gather information, but that is not live. That is in different sources, which doesn't help us take the right decision, the right moment. So what we do is break out those silos and have a single truth, point of truth, where we can have a collective decision on the strategy, on the engineering, on everything, every part of the company. Mm-hmm. So that would help us to have a better visibility.
Yeah, I feel you. Here in Brazil, what I feel is that a few clients, they have started this process of trying to digest the information and to do it like manually or inside a house. But besides the great effort that means, there is also another thing. They do sometimes get to have the visibility of some information, but they don't know what to do with that. Sure. With this. So they have the visibility, but they don't have like a clear insight on what way to go. So it is important to have such a platform like Ferris or like Prosperi to give a direction, a way to go, and then to help to build like a plan of action.
Yeah.
So could you give us an example?
Yeah, I was about to. So,
go ahead, please.
Yeah. We had a worldwide client that had was quite slow, 10 times slower than they intended. And what happened there is that with data, we could trace that the problem was, as it is a worldwide company, as I said, they had team distribution was a real key point. They were intending to add more engineers to gain more power force instead of reorganizing that kind of teams. Those teams were reorganized with an increase of 37% of the speediness, and without investing any other budget on new engineers. So this is a way to see really easy where it is the point, not only seeing, and we will see this further, where we invest the money or what is the problem, but also what decisions to take afterwards with that. So Faros takes that step forward, suggesting things to take on the management there.
So, that leads me to the other point that I was going to. Many leaders they complain about lack of visibility here, about the teams, about the process, about the bottlenecks that they have. So, do you feel that this is one of the great strengths of Ferris AI, or, for example, for us, the Prosperi?
Lack of visibility is very common. We see it everywhere. So there are different solutions that we try to tackle there, but for us is going to an enterprise client or a big client that has the cultural decision to go here. So they need to be all in to this kind of changes. So if not, they will only fall in tracing one team, two teams, or some certain thing that won't give them the chance to understand as a whole how we as an organization can move forward. Sometimes silos are also faced culturally. It's a decision which was taken by the X role. I won't say, or won't mention any role, not to offend anyone. But this guy brought this intention. This is not supported as a whole company. So this needs to be there as a cultural change also.
Yeah. And I hear you so much, because here in Brazil, we do have a challenge in terms of culture, because when you're trying to change a process, then you have like this golden circle. So you have to change the bureaucracy of it, and then the process, and then in the middle of it is the culture. So to change the culture is something that you have to do daily. And it brings me to an important point here, because we are talking about this kind of solution as Ferris or Prosperi, and they do give a lot of visibility. You have ways to see what is going on, and also insights and what is needed to be changed. But then I need to say that it is important that the clients or the teams that they are implementing such a tool, they need to do like a change management. It's not just gonna plug in and then there's magically gonna happen. No. You need to pull effort in this changes. So this is an important point about Ferris and Prosperi. In order to get to this ROI, you need to really apply some effort to these changes.
Yeah, one thing regarding the connectors you said. So regarding specifically like connecting things, for us it's not really difficult. We have many APIs with many tools, and we can create in 2 days a new connection, and we won't have any problem there. Really, in the end, it is about people, no? The organizations fall to the lowest pace of the organization, of the people on the organization. Yeah.
It is always about people at the end of it. So you were saying about connecting. What kind of platforms does Ferris and Prosperi connects with? Yeah.
So many of those, but starting with Jira, GitHub Copilot, maybe ServiceNow, many of the different platforms. And as I said, it's not really difficult to add more connections. So, and that would light up in maybe 3 days. It shows the first results of where we are at now, and the history that's really important of what we have already done during the past. So now there is a new tool that we are developing on that has to do specifically with this, with understanding the past decisions that we took as human coding, and helping that to train, because in the end technology is helping us a lot, but it is like having a very, very senior engineer without context on the first day trying to code.
Yeah.
So that guy needs the context. AI needs the context. So gathering historical data will help a lot on the looking forward development.
In order to be more assertive and
Exactly.
then to have this
Exactly.
accuracy going
Exactly.
on. Yeah, so how this goes, this is important, it's a little bit more technical, but for the clients that wants to bring all the history, so it is difficult for them to plug all the history, all the data that goes backwards.
No, not at all. It's a matter of days.
Oh.
Yeah. No.
Okay, this is good.
yeah.
And also, so now we were talking about the platforms that we can plug in. Another point important here is, what are the KPIs that the clients can see, like in the dashboards and the hubs, and how they can see it, and what are this type of KPIs?
Yes, specifically we based this on the beginning on Dora metrics, and so there are all the metrics. We are parameterizing all that happens during the engineering, like lead time, mean time to resolve, all that metrics specifically going there. Yeah.
Okay, so for us, there are over 150 KPIs out of the box, so there is a lot. I mean, and a strong point here is that you do have simple things to go, but to have the ability of being flexible, it's a great differential of both platforms.
True.
So it is important, because going again about the point of cultural environment and everything, you need to adapt on what's going on to the client. So it needs to be usable
Yes.
for the client.
We bring many solutions out of the box. That's great. So you can plug and play. It would be easy that way. But same time, we realize that we have to have the flexibility because of the industries, and inside the same industries, many companies that are in the same industry, they have different ways of working there. So it has to be flexible in that sense also. So, and then that is you can customer.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I feel that in this kind of market, we were talking before here, guys, and then we were talking about how this AI movement has become a sort of a hype, you know, so people want to consume it everywhere. It is good that we do, but it's nice to do it with strategy, not only just buy something and put it there without knowing what you want from it, right? So I feel that the companies that are taking actions and taking decisions without data, they are trying to accelerate maybe the wrong steps of the SDLC. So do you feel that this sort of platforms could help people to have a more accurate vision on where they should accelerate the process?
Yeah, absolutely. What industries here is great. AI can lever all the work. Yes, that's great. Everyone wants to be in the hype. Yes, that's great. Everyone wants to say, I was the first that invested, or I did this investment. That's great. Yeah, but without data, you can't track the progress there.
Yeah.
You can't say that how much we put on this and what was the ROI. So this is strictly going there. So is this working? Yes. Why? What is it? How can we trace this? And what was the return? And how? Because if not, it would be one time that we invested in this, and we took hard decisions that you have to take.
Yeah.
For sure, now we're facing that scenario where there are many headlines saying that you can cut your labor force. So those are hard decisions to take. If you don't have data, you can miss. You can screw it a lot. Yeah.
You could take
Really.
the wrong decision. you can like get rid of people that are really important for your work, and then stuck with other kind of professionals that are not adding too much. So this is really, really difficult.
And without going that further, you can be lots of time pouring in energy with the wrong teams to wrong wrong initiatives inside the company that they don't add too much value to the organization or towards the goal that we are having in this semester, let's say.
Yeah, that's it. So We are going slowly to the end of it. It has been nice, but we don't have that much of a time.
Okay.
So I would like to see how you feel this going because for me, I feel that we still have a long way to go, because when we talk with the clients, they do need to first understand how they could plug this kind of platform in their environment, how they can change the cultural teams to do and to help then to the implementation, onboarding, and everything, how they can use like the change of the management changes inside of it. So it's still a challenge. So we still need to prove the value of it. And for us, a great help to prove that this kind of solution, it is efficient, is to show, for example, the ROI calculator, because then you can show them, like, if you plug this amount of engineers, and if you charge this much for these engineers, and if you're tracking this kind of initiatives, if you're looking at this part of the efficiency, if you look at this kind of tools to co-piloting and stuff, this is the potential gains or savings that you might have. So this has helped us a lot. If we do go with the approach that, okay, this is the potential if you do take the action. So do you feel that the U.S. markets go in this direction too?
Yes, I think it is everywhere. So we can take that market as more mature, but there are strong companies everywhere that are taking strong, not even about of size, they are taking things seriously. So they are measuring everything, and measuring that they can be ensure of what they are deciding there. So those are the companies that probably will thrive in this. There are many companies that are facing lots of costs that now can be saved if they don't adapt or take this seriously. So as a cultural decision, we said, as a governance decision with the CTO, the VP of delivery of technology, those and align with the whole of the company. So the reports, direct reports. So those persons are who have the chance to get inside in the right timing now and save costs or innovate on the right decisions. Yeah, so those are the ones who will thrive for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. So, Inda, it has been very nice to have you here.
Pleasure.
I could go on for a couple more hours, but we need to wrap this up. So, I would like to leave a message for those who are watching us. If you do feel that you have this need of understanding this kind of solution a little bit better, if you want to watch a demo of it, if you want to understand this kind of things, if you're in the United States or Brazil or global market, then come to us and we can show you how this goes, okay? Thank you for watching.